Hey, folks, Automatic here for Automatic Games. I want to see if I can get one more mission. That is to say, a story mission. If I can get one more out of the way before I get into a longer stream. So therefore, hopefully, it's only like maybe a 45-minute stream or an hour stream, something like that. Essentially, our target is Scorpia here. We do not have a fleet for Scorpia. Well, correction. We do have the fleet officer appointed. The fleet is kind of a work in progress, so it has not been deployed yet. But since my last stream, we have gotten more fleets out. They've all been renumbered. Oh, I don't want him there. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Since we have a fleet that needs repaired. Anyways, I hope this stream finds you well. I'm doing good. Kinda early for one of my streams, but I think that's alright. Let's see, we don't necessarily want to send them back to Canceron. This is the Canceron fleet. I'll send them to Hestia. We'll get there in 2 jumps anyways. And let's see. In the meantime, we need a fleet capable of handling the situation here. That said, I should find out what this is all about.
Turns out Kane and Sinan have a little side project going on with the Scorpia shipyards. Mark II variants of the Viper fighter. The Admiral is after a good news story after what happened at Caprica Terminal. Something to boost confidence in Colonial Fleet and keep the funding rolling in.
Don't implicate me in Lucinda's spending spree. She still has 7 colonies waiting for their Jupiters.
Anyway, the Scorpia shipyards could use some relief. As a primary manufacturer for many of the colony militaries, they're under constant harassment from Cylon forces. Sir, Kane wants Daedalus at Scorpia to double the workshop capacity for the first batch of Mark II Vipers. I'll have the FTL drives spun up and ready for your jump command.
Oh, so this particular mission could be of some serious use to me. In essence, because we will unlock the blueprint for the Viper Mark II, which is it's a step up from the from the Vipers I've been using, the Mark I's. It will also yield us blueprints for the Ranger, which I believe is I want to say it's a gunship, and the Artemis. The Artemis is actually a battle star. In fact, it's a battle star as seen in the old television series, the old one, not Ron Moore's remake. Let's see. So they'll need Daedalus Station moved into orbit of Scorpia. This, of course, to help with ship production. And yeah, I would love to do that. So the only problem here is Daedalus doesn't have an accompanying fleet. So, well, we have several fleets that are works in progress, right? Just as I alluded to earlier with the actual Scorpia fleet. Team Stargate up in here. Yeah. That'd be alright. That'd be extra ships. Zool, how are you, man? Good to see you. Welcome aboard? Yeah, I guess welcome aboard still applies. Aboard a space station this time. Captain of Seas and Captain of the Stars. Played a little Battlestar Galactica. Just want to kind of knock out the next story mission because it will unlock some ships for me. I'm doing like non-story missions off camera, but it's a strategy game. And yeah, while I'm not going to push Sea of Thieves totally aside, I kind of love my strategy games. I think that's part and parcel why I like Sea of Thieves, because it's kind of a thinking man's game, or it can be. It can be. It can also not be, I guess. Depends on how we do it, right? So I need to move some of these ships, back to, yeah. In fact, I like the name of that, Havoc. We'll move the Havoc back to Daedalus Fleet Group. Let's see, where else can I borrow ships? Venus and Gorgon. Yeah, let's bring the Venus in. No, the Venus is a flagship. Well, crap, okay. I don't think it totally matters, but just to be safe, I'll bring the Gorgon over and keep the commander of that fleet aboard that ship. After all, Daedalus has like the fleet commander aboard it. Venus, oh no. I might have to produce some more ships. Oh, there we go, jackpot. What fleet is this? This is, oh, this is the Scorpion fleet. So this would be appropriate if they accompany, the Daedalus. Aphrodite. Actually, yeah, no. Yeah, actually, I will move the flagship. If she goes with it, I guess I'll find out if she goes with it. Let's move. No, okay, so now she's taking command of the Aphrodite. Alright, that works. With that being the case, I bet she would just take command of a corvette if I take out all the big ships. Valkyrie. I'll take that. I'm actually kind of choosing these off of the names at this point. And the Gaia. Just because I don't know that I can pronounce the other one. It'd be either like Iapetus or Iapetus. Iapetus, that's what I'll go with. Anyways, transferring the Gaia to that. Can I pull in any more ships? I wonder if we're building any ships that I can rush. Oh, no, I'm not. This is not really what I wanted because now I'll have to wait a few turns, and in those turns I could get attacked. And if that happens, it just makes the stream longer. I'm going for brevity. Okay, we'll put out a couple more Berserk carriers and another Corvette. If I can rush them, that'd be great. Yeah, honestly, I don't have the resources, so we'll just... this is dangerous, but we will wait. I gotta see if there's any new officers I can hire that are worth anything to me. No, not really. Okay. End turn.
Cylon escort group has been detected.
Kind of looks like battleships. Yeah!
Cylon strike group has been detected.
Oh, what happened? Who's getting attacked? Okay, that's way up there. Chance of casualties. This is if I auto-resolve it. Even though... But 22% chance of casualties. We're going to do an emergency jump and get that fleet out of there. Just because I don't want to deal with it. It will cost some fuel, of course, but... that's good. Sometimes they emergency jump and they end up right with another enemy fleet. I don't want that, of course. Alright, I will jump them back into the sector they are charged with protecting. I know, for being charged with protecting that sector, they sure as hell bailed. On their home planet. Okay, so they'll jump back in. Everything else is fine, I think.
One of our allies is being attacked.
Whoa. Yeah, that's gonna happen, lady. It's Battlestar Galactica. We're kind of on the losing side as is. Okay, so actually it'll be cheaper to rush these now. Yeah, because there's only one turn remaining, so I either roll the dice again, or I just go ahead and rush them, and let's see. Yeah, I can rush them. There we go. This should give me enough of a fleet to get our space station over there. And the reason the reason our space station's here This is kind of a gas giant called Ragnar. Well, the Cylons don't seem to be able to operate there. The radiation screws with their ship systems. Apparently, they don't screw with us. Or no, it's not even screwing with their ship systems. It's screwing with them. And it doesn't really bother humans as much, I guess. Watch, in 10 years we'll all have cancer. So I'm probably wrong, but hey, if it keeps the enemies at bay, let's go with that. So now we just transfer a few more ships over. Like that one. Well, no, choose the carriers first. Oh, actually, that might be all I can do unless I promote the guy in charge of the space station. Which would be pricey, but no problem, I guess. So we'll transfer the Amit. Yeah, no, we have to promote the officer. Or actually, he might be full up on ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that I think about it, we'll promote the officer. That's going to be Damon Greeley. How much is it to promote him? Not so bad. So do it. Wait a minute. Actually, don't do it, because it doesn't matter. Alright. Well then, maybe I can trade out one of the ships he has for a slightly better one? Screw it. Let's go for it. That kind of talk is going to get fleets destroyed, though. I'm keenly aware of that. Perform the jump to Scorpia. And let another turn pass.
Cylon's strike group has been detected.
Damn it.
A fortified colony is under attack.
Wow, okay, so they're attacking, like, everywhere. 25% chance. Do an emergency jump. I'll fix that later off stream. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the chances there.
A fortified colony is under attack.
You just said that, lady. Yeah, emergency jump. My fleets are gonna be scattered all over the place. And here's the one that I want, okay. Battle at Scorpia in order to get our space station there in order to assist with the construction of new ships. Let's do it. But yeah, this game is based off of Battlestar Galactica, the reboot series that came out like in the early 2000s, which I never watched. Well, I didn't. According to my brother, I did watch the old one back in the 80s, late 70s. And he says I liked it a lot. I always had thoughts that I did not like it, especially compared to Star Wars and stuff like that. I thought Battlestar Galactica was pretty silly. But then the reboot had it was a lot grittier. It wasn't so wild with the strange animals or anything. In fact, it didn't have any strange animals unless we call Cylons strange animals. But last I checked, they're robots. They're AI. Okay, so there's a space station, the Daedalus Station. I believe it has a couple fighter squadrons. Everything else, I think I'll just go strictly with fighter squadrons. No Raptors that would carry like Marine groups or anything. Put our flagships there. We'll have them flanked by the light carriers. Light carriers that, like, mid-game and late-game, these light carriers are going to be useless. Like, I won't even want to deploy them, so... Ultimately, if several of them get destroyed on the way there, that's okay. Because I do remember the last time I played this, it was like, oh, what am I going to do with these weak ships? Come mid-game. Stack those two on top of each other. And then the corvettes. They're nimble. They've got they've got speed. They've got missiles too. They're rather weak, of course. Guess a lot like Navy corvettes. Let me put them on this side. Have any idea where the Cylon, the disposition of their forces? Huh, they've only got 5 ships. There's the shipyards. This could work. It's gonna have to, I think. He said, "What? You loved it? We watch it all the time
Fleet
together."
group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
Exactly. His recollection of mine, totally different. I mean, I hate to break his heart over it, but he's like, that was quality time, and I'm like...
contacts, Commander. Scorpion Intel has already confirmed hostile bogies.
I knew they were under pressure out here, but this is the worst I've seen the Scorpion shipyards. Incredible they can get anything done under these conditions.
Well, we're here to clean it up, Sinon. I don't even know what rank that guy is. Half of what he says goes over my head anyways. Fortunately, it's the important half, I think.
Yes, sir.
Don't agree with that, lady. This lady chimes in with her yes, sirs at the most inappropriate times. Alright, so launch every fighter we've got.
Launching alert Vipers. Launching alert Vipers. Launching fighters.
Alright, that should do. Everything else just keep on trucking ahead. And as for the corvettes, they can go full ahead. What is... Well, that's a bad sign now, isn't it? Oh, that's from their last attack. Okay. Fair enough. In fact, I'm starting to have flashbacks from the last time I played this. We'll send the corvettes over there, because I think I'm going to want to interact with those derelict ships.
Yes, Commander.
See? She confirms that. Here goes.
Time to make a bunch of Mama Toasters cry.
Havoc. Havoc is going to be our designated flagship, even though it's technically not. Technically, it would be the space station itself, but... Therefore, we'll have Havoc lead the way.
On it,
It'll
Commander.
kind of dive. I think most of their guns are on their top side. I think that's true for the carriers as well. So we'll have them dive.
Yes, Commander.
They're all broadside guns on these particular ships.
On it, Commander.
I think maybe these ones have guns out front. No, I don't think so. Corvettes do. We'll just keep them on course. And they have belly guns, so I want them high. They need to get high as soon as possible. Alright, little housekeeping. I need to assign these fighters into squadrons. Start with Red Squadron, consisting of 2 fighter squadrons. Black Squadron. Nope. Assign group, Black Squadron. Assign group, Black Squadron. And yet another one. Blue Squadron. So we've got black and blue. And red. And this fighter will... Actually, he'll join Red Squadron. We'll kind of make that the... I almost said beefy one. I'm not going to talk that way. Alright. Orders for those squadrons. Yeah, if you could go identify these targets so we can start chucking missiles at them, I'd be much obliged. I think might be the word. Oh, that was Black Squadron. Red Squadron. Go with them, kind of, but head for these ones that
Squadron
are
target
hanging
is
back.
confirmed.
Actually, better yet, Red Squadron, defend our capital ships. Intercept missiles and whatnot. And Blue, you defend our corvettes. Of course, be prepared to support Black Squadron if we need it. Alright, here we go. I should slow my ships down so the fighters can get ahead, I think. Better yet, we'll start presenting our broadsides. Yep, turn.
On it, Commander.
Turn that way. Meanwhile, we'll have the Kigluak, the Kig. We'll just call it the Kig. We'll have it turn to port.
Understood.
Followed by the Aphrodite. That's good, I think. I'll probably have these Corvettes turn to port after one more move. And let's just hope that these guys can get out there and start making some IDs. Shit, they're firing already.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Oh, so are we. That's good.
IF's unit is hostile.
So what do we have here? This is a Revenant. There were 2 Revenants in the last story mission battle, and they tore me up. They have a lot of guns on their broadsides. Hell, they have guns on their back too. They have guns everywhere. Forward facing as well. The ship design to me is interesting because, like, this is early. Like, this is supposed to be, 40 years before the TV show. You can see kind of that the Cylon ship design is very much like the human ship design. In fact, probably designed by humans, but not for any personnel, just for robots aboard. That changes dramatically once the Cylons start building ships on their own. I mean, they just end up having bizarre-looking ships that are cool, but bizarre nonetheless. So those missiles are out. I think they'll be intercepted. We'll have Black Squadron engage this group of enemy fighters, since they do seem to be making toward our fleet. In terms of IDing those ships to the rear, well, that just isn't going to happen yet, I guess. Here's what I'll do. In fact, I've mentioned turning these guys to port. Yeah. Get over there and ID those ships. Also, seal off all your hatches. Do all that good stuff.
All hands on deck!
Because you might be getting hit with some missiles soon. Now, as for the main fleet, as opposed to sealing off all the hatches, I want them to be on an offensive posture. Put some heavy fire into that thing. In fact, missiles away.
Missile tubes prepped.
Offensive posture. Fire your guns. Carriers don't have any missiles. They've got a hell of a lot of guns. Start turning to starboard with this group. God, this carrier really needs to get under the frigate. Yeah, fire missiles. Oh yeah, I forgot. Offensive posture. See if you can focus your guns on that. Alright, I think that should do. Got all of them on offensive posture, all of them putting fire on that lead Revenant. Black Squadron is going after their squadron. These are mostly, yeah, they're intercepting missiles. That's good. And, and then Red Squadron is still kind of floating around the flagship. Alright, good deal.
Missiles incoming!
Oh, look.
Commander, I'm seeing hostile contacts not engaged in the fighting. They appear to be scouting the Scorpio fleet's wreckages.
They'll be scavenging for ammunition. Destroy the wreckages before the Cylons can turn our own slugs against us, Commander.
Commander, a word? I don't often have the luxury of investigating field damage. A few moments of footage before you destroy those hulls could provide invaluable data.
Are you serious? He doesn't have the luxury of investigating damaged ships. Tell you what, buddy, stick around. There'll be plenty of them. But okay, well... Oh, we're already in there. Does that count? I think that counts. Boy, I wanted to engage with these. Anyways, what ship is this? The Gaia is about to get hit by one missile. That could be worse. Now, since this one is not going to get hit, by the looks of it, they'll switch to offensive. And they'll get really offensive. And fire some missiles at that. Would those missiles potentially hit their ally? Yeah, I don't know. We'll dive just in case. I guess they'll go in there and deal with taking pictures or whatever, but at least then they'll be on hand to wipe out those damaged ships. Excuse me, that way they don't fall into the hands of the Cylons. I want to see how much damage our flagship has taken. Quite a bit to the port side. We'll change this posture to defensive, to prep for seal off compartments and all that stuff. I think the carriers are just not getting targeted, and that's true. What is that? That's an enemy Corvette. That shouldn't be a problem. In fact, let's wipe them out. Make sure our carrier's on an offensive posture. And same thing with the KIG. Put your turrets on that real quick. Damage report on the enemy. Well, ugh. He's taking a lot of damage to the front, but he's about to turn his side to us to shield his front, I guess. So we're just gonna have to keep working on him, I suppose. Okay, I'll look from this view. That way in the background, top right hand corner, I can see whether or not that Corvette is struck by that missile. I'm sure it will be. And I can also keep an eye on this particular fight. Yeah, he was. What just blew up? Something blew up. No way, it was their flagship? Alright. I guess I brought enough firepower. Nice, nice. So, all that remains of this portion of the fleet is very doable. So we'll turn to port and get our guns towards those ships in the rear. This ship, our flagship, has taken a lot of portside damage, so honestly, it'd be better served coming about and showing them its starboard side instead. I really thought it was this ship that got blown up because it's so... Huh. In fact, it's not taking any damage. I guess we didn't have a firing angle. I'd appreciate if we could establish that firing angle. That would be great. I think I'll keep an eye on that fight this time. What are we doing here? Is there anything? Just get close to that wreck, I suppose. Same deal with this one. We'll dive and get close to it. Maybe these fighters could, maybe they could do the trick too. Head on down there and investigate that one. Get all kinds of footage. And we'll be happy. Meanwhile, I don't think this Corvette's fired a salvo. So we'll switch his posture to offensive. Missiles away at that Corvette, since it does have missiles. I think that ought to do. As stated, I'll focus on this. I want to see if they can get a firing angle. Alright, here goes. Fire. There we go. Okay, got it. Kind of steer clear of the wreck. We don't want to run into it. Investigate the Scorpion wreckages. 2 rounds. What does that mean? 2 rounds to completion, or 2 rounds until we have to abandon it? I don't know, but we've got incoming fighters, so we better deal with that. There's 3 of them over here. So Blue Squadron needs to head off that way. Do what they do. Get the broadsides of our carriers on the 2 remaining Cylon ships that we've identified anyways. Engineering has taken damage, so we'll repair that. Hey, Slacker, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard still. Yeah. Good to see you again. Excuse me, sorry about that. Red line indicates that this ship is trying to hack into our computer systems. How much damage does this need? A little bit, and it's ready to fire missiles. So we'll switch posture to defensive. And it's essentially brace for impact, I suppose. And hopefully they fire this round. If not, I'm not getting into defensive mode. Unnecessarily, it does disrupt the frequency of fire that we're trying to put out. Focus. All your guns on that. On this guy. No weapons currently in range. I've never seen it tell me that before. That's awesome. I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, just the fact that they've reported is nice. That's new. Okay, so fire at their carrier instead. Still got Red Squadron defending our capital ships. Oh, they're not capital ships, Otto. They're frigates. Well, instead of that, I think they should join this fight over here. probably regret it, but here goes. What do I want to focus on? Honestly, I'm curious about this little fight over here. I'm gonna bring up the statistics on that Corvette, the enemy Corvette, and see what we're doing to it and whether it fires those missiles. Yeah, good. Well, he's clearly firing at the carrier, so the carrier will remain in a defensive posture. They need to effect some repairs. That said, this ship, the Kig, can slip into offensive posture and really let him have it, hopefully. How about over here? Let's see. I can see the trails of missiles that hit our flagship. Yep. Starboard side still has some armor. Despite all of that, we're going to go into offensive posture, which means we will take more damage, but I think the missiles are done hitting us. And return the fire with some missiles of our own. If I can just knock out their torpedo boats, their corvettes, that'd be great. Those guys can keep on firing where they are. Fighter squadrons are mixing it up. Slow these ships down to continue their reconnoitering of those wrecks. So we can make the scientists happy anyways. Honestly, I think that little Corvette might be in range of our space station. Sadly, it's not the Death Star. It's not going to be a lot of fire. It'll be light guns, but every little bit helps, I think. And as for the shipyards, they've done nothing to the shipyards, which is our primary objective. So, that's awesome. We are defending them successfully. Alright. Here goes.
Commander, I
Yeah?
gave you an order.
Sir,
Oh.
the commander was following up on a request from Sinan for damage reports before.
Mr. Quaid is not in command of this fleet, Lieutenant.
You're right.
Destroy those wreckages now.
With pleasure. Fire a guided missile at this one. Use our aft-facing guns on this wreck.
Yes, sir.
And actually, do the same thing with this. Hopefully we get that wrapped up and we can get those ships freed up from this mediocrity that's going on over here. That'd be ideal. Little fighter contest going on. We'll just let those carry on. Think this Corvette has about had it. That would be great. Because that would free up these ships too. What? Does he switch the people he's hacking? Yes. He's now hacking the Kig. That's alright. I still want a lot of offensive fire. Don't even take defensive measures. Just finish him. That'll end the hacking. Everything else, I think, can go, kind of just go on as slated.
On it, Commander.
Yep, that's all good. back to this little peripheral fight. Nice. Nice. Both of their destroyers, or not destroyers, both of their corvettes are gone. This leaves their light carriers that have no missiles but do have guns. And then I'm assuming that these ships back here, these three, are also carriers because, after all, I think 3 squadrons of fighters came from that location. So until we get our more powerful ships in there, we'll have a carrier versus carrier contest. Light carriers. Gotta make that distinction. Ah, and another one of those explosions was one of the one of the wrecks. Focus some more fire on those wrecks, because really, I'd rather be done with that. I don't even understand what the rush is. We're gonna win the battle, so the Cylons aren't gonna walk away with anything, but maybe they could come in and take photos. Maybe that's the problem. Alright, so last bit. These ships need to come about and get back into the fight.
Sir.
They would be, yeah, they're kind of needed elsewhere. Gotta switch the flagship to a defensive posture. Just taking a little more damage than I would prefer. Well, I'd prefer no damage, but...
So say we all.
Right. Here goes. Yeah, our flagship, honestly, is getting hit by 2 angles. That's...
What the frack? Commander, all hostiles are disengaging. Admiral Kane isn't happy with us. But at least we stopped the Cylons from salvaging any more ammo from those Scorpion ships.
Lucinda is becoming rash in her decisions. That was valuable data we could have used. She forgets she must prove the stability of Colonial Fleet to the Quorum.
Well, if the Cylons keep running away, maybe you can finally finish building those Jupiters. And build us one while you're at it. We could do with the firepower. Right, Commander?
Right. Huh. Quaid's not my favorite guy. Let's see. Daedalus took out nothing. The Havoc, no kills. The Kig, no kills. However, one of our carriers, the Ammonet, it scored a kill. The Aphrodite scored a kill. The Gorgon scored a kill. So all the carriers did well. And the Corvettes didn't do a whole lot. They essentially shot down, or rather destroyed pre-existing wrecks. I was kind of surprised that the Cylons disengaged that quickly. I'm not complaining. That's okay with me. Yeah, anyway, we will we'll view the replay. Might run the replay and then run it one more time just to get a photo of Scorpia, because I'm trying to compile some photos for screenshots and waiting screens and stuff like that. Anyways, with no further ado, well done, Lieutenant Colonel Greeley. Let's see the battle replay.
Time to make a bunch of Mama Toasters cry.
Open racks and engage.
Not today, Kim Kim. We're taking fire. Escort priority 1 still on.
Once more into the breach, Captain Matic. Takes to the stars to give a tailpipe kicking to the Cylon menace. Man, the battle stations. Indeed, Grayson, good to see ya. Was gonna say Admiral Matic, but he ran out of characters. Don't you hate that? I hear you, Slacker. I hear you. Honestly, we're already at the end of the stream. So that's not bad. Boy, that's 50 minutes, really? I think I'll stick around just to get my photo. Get the photo op. So here's a nice thing about the replay mode. You can position the camera anywhere you want. All kinds of filters and stuff like that. Take different angles, splice it all together. Could come up with some really cinematic stuff, if desired. I don't really care. I just want a picture of the damn planet. Perhaps with some of these ships in the foreground. So we'll switch to photo mode. Get that field of view going. Is there a better way to get that shot? Actually, right there. Now. Yeah, that works. I like that. Can I elevate? Nope, that's not what I want to do. Camera tilt, maybe? Oh, well, that's alright. That's alright. We'll give it a little tilt. Actually, that would accomplish what I want. We're in space. It doesn't matter what the tilt is, does it? Yeah, that's my screenshot right there. How do I do that? Capture screenshot. There we go. Fair enough. Back to the battle replay. Yeah, play. Hide that. Tell you, taking out this Revenant first is what really did it. All that focused fire on it did the trick. Yep, not bad at all, not bad at all. The Havoc. So that ship will be redeployed to the Scorpion fleet, and it will serve as their flagship until something better comes along. And truly, something better will come along rather quickly now. Between that shipyard there and Daedalus Station, we'll be able to knock some new ships out really quick. So the next time I stream, I should have some battle stars, albeit light class battle stars. So if you're thinking in terms of like World War II battleships or carriers, these would be more like cruisers, right? Yeah, it'd be more like cruisers. Of course, in this universe, in Battlestar Galactica, all those big ships, all those capital ships are hybrids of a battleship and a carrier. But yeah, that's great. Save the Armada. I did. Well, I'm building it now. Building it. Build the Armada. So yeah, that'll do it, I think. Excellent, excellent. That went a lot smoother than I had thought, but really it was all about taking out that Revenant class right out the gate. That's what won us that battle quickly. So, if anybody, I know that most of the people that come around to watch it, that are my online buddies from the Fallout community or come around for Sea of Thieves, etc., probably don't play this, but if anybody stumbles across this and does play Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, I would say that particular mission, you just need to bulk up your forces. Even if you have to, like, Frankenstein your fleets together to send your most powerful ships, which are just going to be frigates. I mean, because this early game, you don't have any battle stars. Do that, and watch out for that Revenant and take it out first, and be sure to send ships off to the right to, because Lord knows, that Sinan guy's going to want you to do, mediocre work over there. Mediocre? Yeah, that works. It's good enough. Anyways, folks, I know Adama's got the name for it. He's got the Battlestar clout just by nature of his name. Anyways, that'll do it for me, folks. I do appreciate people popping in and taking the time. There'll be another one of these streams sooner than later, that's for sure. Yeah, and again, I'm going to try to do it one mission at a time, unless, of course, I'm getting ready to do a mission and get attacked, then it will be 2 missions. But story missions, that's what I'm trying to bring to you. Well, have a great rest of your Saturday. Who knows, there might be another stream later tonight. As always, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this, If you're subscribed, I'll talk to you soon. Special thanks to Slacker, Plaz, Grayson, and Zool for stopping by. If any of you are still here, I'm trying to get people signs. I know it's silly, but I mean your astrological signs, and I'm not hitting on you at the club. It's just because all of these colonies and fleets are associated with signs, and so for some reason I want to know people's signs, because I want to know what colony they would come from, what fleet they would represent. So if you think about it here or more in Discord or whatever, if you don't want to be bothered with it, that's no trouble either. Who likes answering questions after all? Be well, folks. Talk to you soon.